EQ Bank is a digital challenger that was launched about 9 years ago, and we've been on a rocket ship of growth since then. So we've got over 500,000 retail customers, and we've just recently launched into a small business, like a micro business segment. That's mainly going to bring together some of the amazing digital capabilities we've had for retail and kind of bring that together with the small business group. So our mission is to drive change in Canadian banking to enrich people's lives. That's our domestic customers in Canada, and we feel that there's a huge opportunity to deliver better products and services in banking for them. And that means that we're going to have to disrupt the status quo, give products that are in the better interest of the customers to have no fees, to have better interest rates paid to them for the privilege of us holding their money. So we chose Temenos in 2014 when we first started our journey, and we needed a partner that would be able to provide not only the depth of core banking experience in the region, which is Canada for us, but we also wanted a full digital stack so that we could quickly launch to our customers and get a minimum viable product out in market. So we are currently using Transact in the SaaS mode. And we've also recently added Temenos Payments Hub, and just as of a few weeks ago, Temenos Data Hub. We went live with a very interesting use case with some Microsoft collaboration on Fabric. We always believe that the cloud can be more secure, but it would definitely be more reliable, scalable, and ultimately more cost efficient for a growing bank like us. So it allowed us to focus on our core business and our digital experiences and not have to worry as much about the infrastructure and operations. So it's a natural choice when we saw that Temenos was already having great success with their cloud offering in Europe, that we wanted to replicate that in North America. That's a common pattern where we've pulled a lot of the best of what's happening overseas and been able to quickly deploy that into the region. We are continuing to be one of the top banks in the world, as recognized by Forbes, and we're really pleased with that accomplishment. And part of that has been our ability to scale with our customers. So during the pandemic, we saw an increase of about 100% year-on-year customer growth, 400% transaction growth. So being on cloud in those early days was absolutely critical. So what we've seen as we've been moving from a savings bank where we started to more of an everyday primary bank for some of our customers is we're still seeing that rapid transaction growth. So more recently, we're seeing that as about 40% year-over-year growth in terms of adoption and traction, in addition to continuing to grow about 10 to 15% customers year-over-year. We were releasing about every 2 months to production. Now, last year, we were talking about how we've now gotten up to 30 a month. And this year, we've now peaked at about 50 a month in terms of the number of releases that we're able to push through to our customers. This latest co-innovation with Temenos was really focused around a data lake solution that would be able to give us the control and mastery over that data as it gets more complicated from the Transact side, but also with the rest of our digital banking data sets across the whole universe of the EQ Bank solution that we have. And so this was a critical step for us to get better servicing for our customers from an operations standpoint, but it's going to set us up to deliver new capabilities that really are going to be powered by, I'll say, traditional AI and maybe new types of AI. So this journey has been a collaboration between Microsoft and what we've been doing with them on Fabric for the past year, in addition to Temenos and ourselves. So the three of us have closely partnered to make this possible with the leading edge technology. And one of the other big advantages that we see in the partnership with Temenos is there's a community. There's local communities and global communities across the customer base. And this gives us an opportunity to be able to share, but also learn from others across the globe in terms of how they've approached similar problems that we may be facing. That's a super important way of us figuring out what to do in our region. And being an ambassador puts us right at the forefront. So it gives us a chance to share all the success that we've had and give others the opportunity to learn from us. But it also allows us to connect with other ambassadors who may be further ahead of us in certain areas, and we can exchange and share ideas as well.